All right, welcome back to Actually Anything. It's the podcast that's actually about anything. And tonight my guest is Miky. And I know him from going to a Legendary Cyphers session that was at Union Square Park. And I think this was back in 2018 or 19. Now, Miky, tell me, what's the best way you could describe what Legendary Cypher is to the people?
Legendary Cyphers is definitely a movement in New York City. We do ciphers in Union Square Park from the first Friday of May until the last Friday of November, every Friday night, 8 p.m. to midnight. But unfortunately, due to COVID and MTA closing their train stations, we do it from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. in Union Square Park. And it's just a community of people, whether it's locals or tourists that come by and express themselves in rhyme form. You know, a cipher is just a circle of people exchanging information or exchanging energies in different ways, whether you're having a meeting or whether you're just having conversations with individuals. So that's what Legendary Cyphers is about, freestyling, or you could come and sing, or you could come and play beats or be a musician to bring through, and we just have fun, express ourselves, and we record it and put it on our social media.
Right. Yo, my man, I'll never forget that one day I came to you guys. And I don't know why I was at Union Square Park that night, but I was. And I just saw, all you guys like in a group there. And honestly, the way you were huddled like that, I thought there was like a fight going on. I was like, what the hell's happening? So I walked over there and I was pleasantly surprised to see what Legendary Cyphers was all about. And ever since, I've been really trying to promote you guys. I was literally just in the city. It's funny. I was literally there in Washington Square Park actually last week, and I was with my friends, and it was late at night already. I think it was like 11 o'clock, or maybe 10:30, and I was trying to tell my friends. I was like, "Yo, let's walk over to Union Square Park. It's really close. We'll get there by 12. We'll get there. The Legendary Cyphers, they end at 12." But I didn't know that you guys finished at 10. So I got there and I was like, oh, where are they? But yeah, so now I know. Now I know about the time change. But yeah, but that was just hilarious that first time, and it's great, man. You guys are really doing a cool thing, and you guys aren't only at the park, right? Like you could be found at sometimes I think one time you guys were promoting that you were at a club once, right? Or a kind of venue where you were doing the thing?
Yeah, so one thing that we always do, and also just to go back to like the cipher etiquette type of vibe is like, so the we started back in 2013. The founder, Daniel Majesty Sanchez, may he rest in peace. He passed away 2016. So we kept the legacy going. We kept something that he built, because he was an activist and an MC, trying to bridge the gap between activism and hip hop. He worked with organizations like the Justice Committee, Cop Watch, police brutality victims and their families, like the family of Eric Garner, Ramali Graham, and other families. He led marches. He led a big march, I think, in 2016 or 15 for Mike Brown. He led it was a big march. It was a super big march, and he was leading it. He was in front. He's always in the field when it came to this situation. So, doing the cipher is just something that it brings awareness to what's happening in communities when we talk about it during our breaks that we have to make announcements, all of that. So one thing that he said too is we don't really do indoor ciphers unless it's a part of an event, So because it kind of kills the aspect of ciphers, how it started in the park. And when you have ciphers indoor, it kind of forces people to come. As for outdoors, it's like natural, organic, but we also do it indoors if it's part of an event, and we did ciphers before indoors, and we did collaborations with people and be like, yo, come out, and support get your shine on, you know. And we do collaborations with certain events like Brooklyn Beat Syndicate. We recently did an event with them in February. Before like we was on lockdown in New York, and you know it's just other Art Apex that we also did collaboration. That was about space and time, and also how convert that into hip hop. You know, one thing I've learned through years of being within this culture is that hip hop is like water. You know, it could literally go anywhere. It could manifest into that particularly uh, like subject. You know, no matter whether it's science, whether it's educational, whether it's something fun. Like there's always something involved with hip hop that there's always something that hip hop can get involved with and evolve within it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
And there's many times where I would show up and someone new would come that I've never seen before, and no one really knows who they are, and then they would open their mouth and you'd be like, oh, holy shit, like I didn't see that coming. So like you realize there's all this hidden talent in the city, and that's what something that Legendary Cypher expresses a lot, and people aren't afraid to be themselves there. Everyone's having a good time. Just we have the music going, and it's something that needs to be addressed more. I think people need to know like what you guys are doing, that you're out there, and if people have that like hidden ability, they should just go out and meet you guys there, because it's like a family, and I really love that you guys are doing this, and like I said, it's been a minute since I've actually seen you guys, but I'm going to try to get out there soon, because I've had nothing but fun going there, and it's awesome,
Yeah, and just like, and also as for, yeah, people are able to express themselves. Like we don't care where you come from. The only thing we really care is your flow. If you're dope, you're gonna get a crowd reaction. If you're
100%.
not, you're just gonna have to elevate. You know, where we were never like, yo, you whack or this that. We'd be like, yo, just keep practicing. You know, because everybody everybody's talent and their genius is in their own creation. So it's like you might not be good, but who know, a couple weeks from now, yo, you could elevate way better than me. You know, so it's just everybody has their own timing. You know, it's
Yeah.
just on them. So that's how we always move with people in there. We have like women come in the cipher, you know, a lot of other women that jump in, be
Yeah,
killing
some
it.
of them kill it.
You
They
know?
kill it, some of them
Yeah,
girls.
yeah. So we also try to create a safe space there, you
Yeah.
know, making sure that everybody is good and just being able to let everybody express themselves. You know, sometimes there's uh battles break out, but we keep it to like 3 rounds, and then
Right.
at the end we like give each other a pound or a hug or something. And because you know I also treat it like a coliseum of warriors. So I mean, warriors don't have genders. So and when you battle against each other, or you're just rapping with each other and going back and forth, you're sharpening each other's sword, like musically and flow wise. That way you can become better than the next, but also elevating together. You know, so that's why it's like a circle of warriors at the same time. You know, whether it's a woman, whether it's a man, whether it's LGBTQ or anybody could be in there. You know.
There's times when I'm there and like I wish I could do it myself, but maybe if I practice I could, but I don't know. It's just it's a lot easier. I mean, it's a lot harder. I'm sorry, than it looks. You know what I mean? Like you guys make it look so easy, and it's incredible how you could just come up with everything at the top of your head. And I've always thought that was like dope. Like you see people on like maybe 105.1 in the studio, they come up with stuff on the top of their heads, and you're like, wow, that's pretty dope. And I think it's something that it really it's almost underappreciated. You guys should get more recognition.
Yeah, it's just the art form of improvisation. You know, freestyling
Mm-hmm.
is so one thing that we always tell people is that freestyling is a way of life. right? Because without you even knowing, you're freestyling from when you wake up, trying to see what to eat, what to wear, or you might have your day planned out. But let's say you woke up late. Now you're like, damn, I can't eat right now. I gotta get dressed. Damn, I can't take the train because it's gonna take me this amount of time. I gotta take a Uber, a car, whatever. And so you're improvising your life away too at the same time. So there's a freestyle aspect of your life without you even knowing. Even having a conversation with a person that you just met, you're also freestyling. You know, so it's just uh, everybody's a genius in their own level. You know,
Mhm.
so improvisation is just something that goes along with anything, whether you're a lawyer, whether you're a doctor, anyway, because you could be in a position that you wasn't prepared for, and so now you're like, damn, what am I gonna do? You know, so it's just freestyle is just a way of life without people knowing. You know, some people don't think it as a science perspective, but it is when it comes to freestyling because you're in the thought process in the speed of light. In a millisecond, you're thinking of words. You're rapping, but thinking of words at the same time. So it's like while you rapping stuff, you're thinking of it. So it takes like a millisecond to try to capture the words in your brain to your mouth. So it's like in the speed of light. You just gotta capture it. So it's like a science to this.
Yeah.
We was also on National Geographic.
Oh, no way.
You
When?
know, yeah, in 2017, we was on National Geographic. The cover is Albert Einstein. It said genius. There
Wow.
was comparing freestyle rappers to jazz musicians, and like they put MRIs on jazz musicians, and they was comparing like frequencies of freestyle rappers, and they were saying like improvisation is just something that they both can match up, whether it's you playing instruments or whether you're freestyling words.
Yeah.
You know.
You could, if someone could fluently freestyle, then your brain is working so actively, like you said, and you don't realize what you're capable of unless, until you could like do something similar to that, your brain is working harder than it usually would. And yeah, there was times
Yeah.
where I was there and I was trying to think of stuff in my head, but I didn't want to say anything because I thought I would have sounded like terrible. So I was like, all right, let's get this one out. I won't, maybe next time.
Yeah.
But just never happened.
Yeah.
One day I would want to. I want to try, but maybe I could get like some practice or something. I don't know. I could get.
Yeah. It's all about practice. You
Yeah.
know, as cliche and as simple as it sounds, practice does make perfect. You know, it's just
It's
you
true.
gotta take your time on it. You know, it's just all
Mhm.
about timing because you may never know. Like even myself too. Like I'm learning how to edit videos. I ain't know, but now I'm learning.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, all right, so what sounds good? I'm freestyle at the same time, and it helps your brain think faster because you might be in a situation and you're like, damn, man, I can't think of something, and when you freestyle stuff out, your brain thinks faster. So whether it's just even if you don't have to rap, it could just be something, and you're like, damn, if a cook gets different types of spices and different types of foods for them to cook, they're like, yo, here, now do something. You know, now they got to think fast. They're like, I can do this. I know what this does. Same thing for like photography or something, or like any type of field or subject that people are interested. They always have to be in there. You know, so that's why is freestyle is an art form.
Right.
You know, that
Yeah.
people still not capturing.
Right. That's what sometimes having like a time limit puts you more on your feet, and then you're actively thinking better than you normally would. So the results could come out maybe worse, but for the most part, I think better. And you're just
Hmm.
you prove to yourself that you the results could just be crazy. And yeah, and like you mentioned photography. There's times where my friends and I, we didn't really want to be outside. Maybe it's too cold. Maybe it's gonna rain soon or whatever. So we're thinking of like something to do on the spot. Like we're before, before we go inside, and then we end up coming up with great kind of photo shoots. And it's cool. So sometimes
Yeah,
having like deadlines or whatever. Say you have you're on the job and you have to be there for a specific amount of hours, and just yeah, you know, yeah, I totally,
Um,
it's dope.
yeah. So that's why what we do is a important value of just bringing people together when it comes to legendary ciphers. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so that's how we do it. We always invite people, new people, even people. The crazy part is we went viral a couple times. You know, and people were still surprised the fact that this type of thing is going on. And I'm like, we've been doing this for 7 years, and
Why? Like, why would you be
people,
surprised?
and I'm like, I'm glad that y'all noticing, you know,
Mhm.
but make sure y'all follow us, you know, make sure y'all follow the content that we create, because then you'll know that there's a lot of dope local MCs around the area, you know, and who knows, maybe they know somebody in their area and they're like, yo, because we had people from overseas even hit us up. They're like, yo, I can't wait to go meet y'all one time,
So
at
cool.
least rap with y'all, you know. We had people from all over the world come. Like we had people from the UK, from the Philippines. There was this particular time when there's this girl. She came out from the Philippines. She came to see just us and see New York a little bit here and there, but her main purpose was come and check us out. And I was like, wow, that's amazing. You
Wow.
know, and that's just something that I was just like, oh, that's beautiful, because they don't have that over there, you know. So they
Unique.
always tell us like, yo, bring that out there, let's bring that out there, or wherever they at. And I'm like, yo, man, let's work something out, let's build, you know. When you have the blueprints of something, that's when the building aspect comes in, you know.
Yeah, you could take it international one day, bro. Maybe even get a TV show. Who knows?
Yeah, we working on a few things right now. So it's
Good.
just you know, it's all about the time and the patience and knowing how to move, making moves with a purpose.
I think because you know I mentioned 105.1 before. You know they tend to usually only have you know famous artists on, but I think they should give some of you guys a chance. Maybe if you reached out to them, come on like the Breakfast Club or something, and just show New York what you're capable of. You know, like it needs to be
Mhm.
heard.
Yeah, so the funny thing that you mentioned that, so in 2015, we actually collaborated with them.
Really?
Yeah, with them and the AIDS Healthcare Foundation. They did an event in Brownsville in Brownsville Projects. I think it was Seth Low Projects, I believe. And we went out there. They did an event out there for the community. And so Majesty, he's the one that connected with them and was like, yo, we could bring, you know, have a little site, because they heard about us. And Majesty was talking to them. And so we brought Cypher etiquette over there. We invited certain people, you know, and the people in the buildings came out, started rapping with us, freestyling. You know, they was loving it. We showed mad love. They showed mad love. So it was a beautiful moment, you know, and it was off for the radio station. Uh, like big names weren't there, you know, like the Breakfast Club people, then, but the fact that we attach our name with them, and then they knew who we were at that time. You know, I don't know if they still do, but
Well,
it's
maybe.
just certain people, you know, that we
Yeah.
do. Like we had Diddy out the first season of the Cypher. Diddy came out, you know, and he was promoting Revolt TV. You know, it's just like different. We decided with MySpace. It's just like
Mhm.
people could check out our website, Legendary Cyphers NYC, and we have like a lot of stuff there that we have done that people could check out. We was on Root, um the Root, uh National Geographic, of course, and it's just like we when was it, last year? I think last year we was on New York One. You
Oh,
know,
great, man. So
yeah,
you guys have gotten like plenty of opportunities, you know, and it's all, and if you think about it, like, so, all right, 2017, 13 is when you started, right?
yeah,
And in only like 7 years, you've done a whole lot. Like fucking perfect, you know?
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's just
Yeah.
elevating more and making it internationally known.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's the one of the missions too.
Yo, I know you guys got merch too, right? So people could go buy
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, right now we don't have merch online,
Oh,
but we're working on that. But we do have merch like and in person, or I could mail it to people. So
cool.
whenever they try to hit us up on the LCIG, and they could like DM us or whatever, like, yo, I'm trying to cop a shirt and show support or something. And so we're like, yeah, hit us up. That way I could send it to people. We still haven't done internationally that yet,
One
but we're
day.
going to soon. Right now we're just doing in the States, in the country right now.
Mhm.
But we're working on that.
I'm glad you guys are in New York, though. The fact that I was able to discover you guys too. That's great. Yeah, and I've tried my hardest too to promote you guys. I've even there was plenty of times where I showed up and I just held my camera the whole time. It was just like recording, just tried to get everything I could and post it on my channel. And I hope people enjoyed it too, because it's there's sometimes where I was there and I've was almost like in tears from like laughing so hard. Like some people are just like so funny, dude. And
Yeah.
like yeah, so like even like talking to you right now, I kind of want to go back and watch them because they're really like entertaining. I'm not even like trying to plug my videos, but I'm just trying to tell people to like check you guys out. Check you guys have a YouTube page too, right?
Yeah, we recently put new content up from this past couple weeks that we've been
Okay,
doing,
good.
and so
Yeah.
yeah, it's just because it's like a whole new vibe. People got masks and face shields,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah. It's
it's like
funny version. Yeah,
yeah, so it's just like just getting used to it,
man.
being able to rap under those,
Yeah, I was gonna
and
say, does that get
just
fucking you get out of breath eat more like when you're doing it like with that on, or does it make a difference or?
I mean, like it depends on the person,
Oh yeah, right.
like because I can do it, with a face shield or a mask on. Okay, it depends on the person and
Mhm.
their voice power. It's always their voice power,
True that.
the lung capacity, how much they can take. So it's all really about that, just being able to practice voice power a lot
Right.
more coming from the diaphragm.
Mhm.
So since we don't have mics.
I'll never forget days when I would show up and there would sometimes be people who were really full of themselves, and they would not even like just with the rap battles, but there would be people kind of like trying to start trouble, you guys, and they would just have yeah, and there was a few times where I saw it personally. I'm sure you've had to deal with that a lot more and try to just keep it calm without a brawl breaking out. You know what I mean? But it's New York. Like, what do you expect? I guess, but I just find it like ironic because you guys are all chilling, having a good time, and just some random asshole will come and try to cause a little bit of drama. He thinks he's like the best one there or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to that, um, so we always, if something's about to happen, all of that, we be like, yo, listen, we're doing something positive here.
Yeah.
If you really want to argue and fight, if you really want to fight, take that down the block, you
Yeah.
know, because we're doing something here. If you destroy this, you're destroying something positive, and that means you're moving like negativity, and that's something we never want to be around with, So, or sometimes we'll bring it back, and we'll be like, yo, talk to each other. You feel me? Give each after that, like solve it, and then come in the cycle. Just have a conversation on the side. If it's something because y'all cut each other up too much, or you was dissing him or something. Y'all could either battle it out right now at the end, give each other a pound of her, or have a side conversation and talk it out the cycle. Because it's like you don't want to destroy something that's being built for positivity and for a community of people that have come here for the past 7 years. So that's something that we don't want to create.
Right.
Because it's been a few times, and it's been a lot of times, but
Were
just
police
keeping
ever
it
involved?
peaceful.
Police?
Right?
Were police ever involved?
Nah. And well, in the beginning, police and Power Rangers was trying to shut us down, but because Majesty also was working in community affairs and knew
Okay.
some of the officers, and he was also part of Cop Watch, and he knew his right. He knew his rights. That's what he also did. He was teaching people their rights, and so he talked to them, and they was like, "Oh, hi, it was something dope," and they knew about us. They knew what we did, what we do there, and they don't really they start messing with us.
Good.
You know, because
Yeah.
they know what we do with something positive. It's not.
Right, and you have
You
every
know,
right to be there. You know, there's no reason
yeah,
why they should give you any problems.
yeah. So that's why we good on that aspect of it. You know, and that's why
Perfect.
Majesty was the one that was able to keep that under control because he knew a lot about people's rights. And because he was involved within these organizations, he was also teaching us and people around us like, yo, you gotta know what you're doing. You gotta know if they messing with you. Make sure you know that that was what you gotta do. So, and that's something that we kept within ourselves. Like, yeah, we learning how to be good with it with us with our rights, because sometimes they be moving funny.
Mhm. Yo,
You know,
I'm really sorry what happened to him, man. He seemed like a great man.
yeah. I mean, people could definitely watch. They could go on our YouTube channel, and we did a collaboration with MySpace back in 2015,
Oh, cool.
2016. It's funny though because we thought MySpace was dead,
Yeah, so did
but
I.
apparently there was still like 10, 20 million people still on it.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
and it transformed into a music outlet more, and
Okay.
around that time. And we was like, what the hell? So when we collaborated with them, they approached us with it. So Majesty was the first one, and he had like over 1 million views, on MySpace.
Cool.
And we were like, MySpace. So then we put it up on our YouTube. So we don't got we try and get more views on it, but people could check it out, like who he was. He went out to Palestine. He did a cypher out there.
Oh, that's awesome.
Um, yeah, so he did a cypher out in Las Vegas. We did a cypher out in Philly. I
Have you
went out to
guys
Germany.
have you guys ever went to like different parks in the city, like maybe like Washington Square Park or Bryant Park?
Nah, nah, we didn't. We don't go to other places. Um, Union Square is like our home. That's where it started at. And
Yeah.
other places, they'll shut it down immediately.
Really? Oh, that's
Yeah, like in Washington Square, I've seen people have big speakers and then they'll shut it down.
You know
You
what? The
know,
problem with Washington Square too is that there's like way too much going on. You know, you got the fountain, which is really fucking loud. You got there's a lot of people just playing like instruments. You know, just like bands, just
exactly,
chilling there. And then you got all the NYU students. It'd probably just like kill the vibe. You know.
exactly. And people live in that area, so if they hear music, they'll call the cops and be like, "Yo, can you
Yeah, yeah,
shut that
good point.
down, please?"
Mhm.
Yeah, and it's close by. So as for Union Square, yeah, people live around it, but it's far. Like they can't hear it from all the way up the building.
Yeah, I like that.
You know, so that's why Union Square is like the place to do it at. That spot in Union Square. Union Square is like a legendary hip hop spot. Like so many people have gone through there. Legends have gone through there too. So Union Square is definitely a spot. I mean Washington Square too. You know, but
Mhm.
it's just because of new policies and NYU and I know that was a hot spot for a lot of MCs there before in the '90s. You know, but
It's a hot
but
spot
yeah,
now too with all the protesting going on. A lot of people will start
yeah.
off there and venture off. Like literally last night, I was there and I walked with some people. We ended up at one of the Supreme Court places
Hmm.
that's not that far from there. Uh, maybe we could talk about that for a bit too if you want. It's really bizarre with what's fucking happening. Now, just recently, I'm sure most of you know by now. A man in Philadelphia, I believe, he was shot and killed by police because he had a knife and he was approaching them. And look, I'm not saying like what he did was right, like obviously like you shouldn't go to anybody, you shouldn't approach anybody with a knife like that. But if you're a trained police officer, there's so many fucking ways you could come on, like disarm the man. It's not like he had a gun. Like a knife is scary too, but you're supposed to be trained to like handle situations like this, like without having
Yeah.
a guy like fucking like how many times. So and that's what people are upset about. So you got there's these two sides to this. You know, there's people saying, oh, this guy's a criminal, he's an asshole, he was trying to, you know, maybe stab the cop. But okay, maybe, but then you have to understand too that he didn't have to die though. You know, and people are like kind of like for not thinking that way. And
yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I mean, one thing definitely is, like they have tasers.
that
You
too,
know,
yeah, right?
like tasers could help out. You
Yeah.
know, they could do that. Uh, like it's always because yeah, you're scared, but this is your job. You're supposed to be prepared already mentally. You know, yeah, yeah, you enter a scary situation, but that's because you wanted to. You know, it's not like somebody forced you. This is something you wanted to do. You know, and yes, yeah, he might have a knife on him or that, but you have a taser on you. You know, you could easily just take it out and
Oh,
boom, like
yeah.
yeah, you don't have to kill somebody like that. You
Uh-huh.
know, so and I think the information was they tried to call an ambulance, but police arrived.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what it was. And I don't know why police came, but I know like the family was calling an ambulance
Right.
for him. So I don't know how the police arrived there or how they got the info, but that's what apparently happened. You know, so but even if somebody has something like that, you could easily just take out a teaser and just like
Uh-huh.
hit them with a teaser and they'll go down.
You know, it's kind of scary to think everything that happened like before we had social media and video and the fact that we could like we could broadcast like everything happening, like none of this stuff is really getting past anyone anymore. You know, as soon as someone sees some drama happening, the phone comes out. So like it's almost impossible for someone to get away with something now, you know. But just imagine like back in the day where we didn't have that, you know. Like I can't imagine the shit that happened to poor people that, you know, didn't really deserve it. And it's kind of,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's how. I mean, law enforcement has always been something throughout all years that
Uh-huh.
have always broken laws or they always exceed their power. You know, all the time. Like even I think it was Giuliani that did the stop and frisk. You know, I
Yeah.
think it was him. You know, when stop and frisk came out, yeah, I remember I got stopped mad times, like like a lot of times. Yeah, and I was just like, yo, I'm going to school, bro. Like, but Giuliani definitely like the whole stop and frisk was stopping so many people. It was mostly black and Latino people, you know. So it was a crazy situation.
Just based on your appearance is a reason to like stop people now. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, you know. So that's why it's something that you still gotta fight for.
Yeah, you know, all right. So in Philly right now, there's a lot of like protest and rioting going on, but looting now. So it's almost like it's like May all over again. Like when you know, with George Floyd when that first started, like and like New York was like erupting, and you were kind of like in the middle of that. You live out in like Manhattan, right? Not to like, you know, just
Nah, I live in Brooklyn.
oh, Brooklyn. Okay, but yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Even then, Brooklyn is has a lot going on. Staten Island,
yeah,
we had a few protests here, but not like too many. You know, we had a few marches. But yeah, it you know, yeah, the way people are reacting right now in Philly is kind of like unacceptable. You know, like if we could protest and march, sure, but you shouldn't be like destroying property and like doing all that all over again, burning crap like that. That's fucked up. You know. But like you said, man, you know, I guess people just don't know what to do anymore, and that's how they're handling these situations now. Um, but you know, what some people aren't getting to, people aren't just mad about a man being killed. We're also mad about just like authority, just trying to take our rights away, and like law enforcement thinking they could just like push us around and do whatever they want. And these politicians not really giving a fuck about us, you know. So we're not just trying to fight, you know, to save our lives. We're trying to fight it's basically fighting for our freedom nowadays, you know. And like, yeah, we're in America. We do have a lot of freedoms, but it's being taken away, like whether we realize that or not yet. And you know, even last night, dude, I was with all these great people, and you got these cops kind of just really, you can tell like they're nervous, you know, like they're wearing like gear, you know, and we're like peaceful people, you know, but you got these guys on you said like the Power Rangers, you know, like they're wearing helmets and they got all this armor on and they're on these bikes.
Yeah,
Like, bro, like relax. Like we're
yeah.
not trying to fight you guys. Like, why are you even here? Like it's our right to protest, isn't it? I don't know, man. It's pretty
Nah,
bad.
man. Yep. Yo, but like, yeah, it's just a lack for them. It's just a lack of knowledge, you know, because they go in as in like, yo, I'm gonna be a savior, you know, but
Yeah.
at the same time, it's like, yeah, but you're still following a certain law that wasn't created by us as the people. You know, it's created by mostly powerful white men. You know, that came out from since 1492. You know, so it's just
Yeah.
being something that has started with them, and we didn't really have too much word in it. So following protocols and following that type of laws is just like we understand, but you it's just exceeding the power. It's always exceeding the power. Once you have a certain power, they think they're Superman or something, you
Yep.
know. So
Yep.
it's just for us to know more about our rights, even if they always break it and makes us want to break it,
Mhm.
you know. But we still gotta keep it. We still gotta keep it going. We still gotta fight, regardless of what. Even like the ICE detention facilities with the kids, you know, and they recently, I think they had like 500 kids that they can't even find their parents, you know. So it's just even stuff like that, and it's just it's a lot going on here and all over the world,
Mhm.
you know, like Nigeria too, you know, with the government out there.
Right.
You know, all governments are on pause right now for me, because it's like, yo, yeah, I gotta get it together, man. Like, you're killing us too much.
Yeah, dude. 2020 is one for the books. Let me tell you, bro. It's fucking mayhem. And this election, of course, just happens to fall on 2020. You know, but that's really getting everyone riled up too. That's not really making things any easier. You know, the election is definitely getting people more riled. I think I said that already. Just more anxious, you know, and that's what's also causing more division right now too. You know, like that's the last thing we need right now. Um,
Yeah,
I've honestly, I'll be honest with you, I've never heard, you know, from like the media, from like celebrities, just from like friends. Uh, I've never seen this many people wanting to vote before, you know, and just pushing it. Everyone's saying vote, vote, vote. All these celebrities, vote, vote, vote. But
the
like, who do they want us to vote for specifically? You know, they don't say who, you know, and they don't have to. But I don't know. I just have a feeling like, you know, a lot of people don't like Trump. You know, I get it, but I just don't think. I don't know. Is Biden really going to be any better? I think people are just giving themselves false hope. You know.
I mean, for me, it's just uh, vote who you think is good, you
Yeah.
know. Because for me, when it comes to my way of thinking and stuff, is just like uh, it's always the local elections that help out more within your community, you know, because people could do something, the president could do something that might affect everybody, but also it's the local politicians that can help out their community and their city more than the president himself.
Right. Right.
You know, so it's just like for us, it's like the local politicians actually that can help out more for our communities around. You know,
Right. Like
so it's just
De Blasio is, you know, you come on, you're in New York like me, like you know how fucking shitty De Blasio is. Oh my god, he needs to go immediately.
even like yeah, or just you know, just somebody around your local neighborhood that they're about their people and they're out there with their people.
Mhm.
You know, that's always been something for me because yeah, the president, this, that, and the third, but they can't really do. They don't really do much. You know, it's
Right.
always your locals.
Yeah,
Cause
you got
I could be
to
like,
Yeah.
yeah, I could reach out to a local politician, be like, yo, you know my neighborhood crazy right now. You know, so that, and then they'll reach out to a higher entity of people and be like, yo, you know that this is what's going on, and they have more power than I would, but as a whole community, we have a power more than they would.
Uh-huh.
You
Yeah,
know,
well,
so
last night, for example, a lot of people had their microphones. Hopefully these cops or police are listening. I don't know. They're standing there. They might as well. I'm sure. Like, look, I'm one of those people that firmly believes that there's good cops too, and I'm sure that they're in that crowd somewhere, wanting to stick up for us, but knowing, like, at the end of the day, it's still their job to be on this side of the street. Like we were on two sides at one point, and they were almost going to arrest some people just for standing on the street, and like they were, yeah. But anyway, some people were saying that too. They were like, well, how come I could go to somewhere like Soho and it's beautiful, the streets are clean, everything's really nice looking, but then in my neighborhood there's broken bottles everywhere and there's garbage still not picked up on the floor. It's like all neighborhoods should have this same treatment, like Soho, Chelsea, these beautiful spots. And
mhm.
it's a shame that the whole city isn't like this, like just together. And
Yeah,
the,
yeah, and that's just something that we all just gotta be aware of, and also too, like um, not always depending too much on politicians too, but also like ourselves. Like if you if there is something that's going on, you know, being helpful within your own people at the same time,
right.
because yeah, you don't always gotta depend on them. Also gotta depend on yourself too, and move on with whatever's going on. But like, damn, how can I help out my people? Like if there's a homeless person or somebody, like, yo, here's some food, bro. Or I know they're not gonna help you, so here's some food. You feel me? Or like there's a store that they're about to close down because not a lot of people shop there, and there's stuff in it that you like. Just shopping in your local
Right.
bodega spot or something. There's always us too because we also hold the power.
Yeah, you gotta
It's
help.
just
Gotta
yeah,
help small business, man. Gotta help them grow.
yeah. It's always your local. It's always the people in that community that also can help out because since the politicians don't help out too much or anything like that, it always depends on us. Because how do the politicians become politicians? Because we vote them in, you know,
Mm-hmm.
because we think they're gonna do something, but it's really us that could actually be like,
Yeah.
yo, here you go, man. Yo, your store's broken down. Yo, I got some. I know 5 homies that'll probably buy from you. Yo, I got some good chopped cheeses in Arizona's. What up? Yo, let's go get some. You feel me? So I'd be like, yo, there, you just earned $30. And if we come all the time,
Yeah.
and if we get money, however, in our jobs or whatever we doing artistry wise, it's just supporting our people.
Um.
So
Yeah. Like when this protesting was going on. I don't want to say protesting. When this rioting was going on, a lot of like small businesses were attacked, and like it really doesn't make sense if you. There's this man on YouTube. His name is Sneeko. Have you ever heard of him?
no.
Maybe what's funny? I actually met him once, and he was at. He lives in New York too. I think he's in Manhattan, but he was at one of the Legendary Cypher sessions, and this was maybe
Oh, word?
yeah.
Sneeko.
Nico, yeah. He was there. Maybe he comes more often. I'm not sure, but I just happened to see him there that one day, and he has like
Yo,
almost a.
can you yo,
He
can you send me something right after this?
Sure. Yeah, and he
Yeah.
has like almost 1 million followers on YouTube. He's at like 800 something right now, but he'll make a lot of videos like in Washington Square Park and stuff. Like, yeah. Um, but anyway, yeah, he was saying how if you want to attack them where it hurts, like why are you hitting these small businesses? You gotta go to like these rich places and and do it there, maybe the mall, like I don't know, but like when you're attacking some like mother, like grandma, like husband and wife kind of little restaurant or you know, shop or whatever, you know, like that, you're not sending any message. You're just being like a dickhead, you know. And
I mean, here in New York, um, they actually did that. They went to big businesses, like they went to uh certain what was it called? I forgot the name of the spots, but like they went to big businesses, like corporations, like Foot Locker or
oh, that's true.
uh
Okay, yeah.
yeah, you know, they went to like they robbed, they took all the Adidas stuff, you know, that's a big corporation, you know.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, they went to, I think, a jewelry store, a big corporation jewelry store. They broke into a lot of spots, and these were big. Actually, it was all over Soho. You
Yeah,
know, Soho is a big corporation, like
yeah, bro.
Ave. You know, so it's just
It's a shame you
uh,
got these people just taking advantage of the situation. They probably don't even give a fuck what's going on. They're like, hey, let me just steal some things because I could right now. I don't know. Kind of.
yeah. I mean, everybody got like their perspective on
Uh-huh.
different situations. You
Yeah.
know, so it's just like if it happened, it happened. You know,
Yeah.
so it's just like, yeah, that's crazy.
Really is, dude. Really is.
Yeah, that's why. So but out of all of that chaos came and the art that they created on those what's it called, the boards that they boarded up, like they put all the murals and
That was
all of
beautiful.
that.
I like that, though.
Yeah, like even throughout the chaos of things that happened, that still came about, you know.
Uh-huh.
They had a lot of murals out there,
Yeah.
you know, that said BLM, and it was a beautiful set. Even like they had something for like kids that were in cages, you know, in ice facilities. They had murals of that, you know. So it's just like, yeah, all of this happened, you know. Whether it destroyed the business or not, something also came about it, you know, which is the art and all these beautiful art pieces that they created in around that area,
Mhm.
you know. So
Yeah.
it's always
You know,
something
and
beautiful.
that's nice. It goes to show that you know, there's lightness in the dark, and you know, people were still hopeful, and you know, just look, yeah, everything looks terrible right now, and it looks very depressing and tragic, but it was kind of just like a sign of hope, you know, just like hang in there, you know, like we're not, you know, city isn't,
Yeah,
you know, we're in New York City, man. Like we're not gonna let this just collapse, you know. We're gonna fight
mm,
for it.
of course, and that's something within the cipher, you know, family that we created. You know, that's something that we always talk about or rap about, you know, because our people, you know, it comes with all races, all cultures, and everything, and we all gotta talk about it, you know, regardless whether it makes you comfortable or uncomfortable. We still gotta have the conversations. You know, we also rap about it, you know, so
Yeah, man.
that's why it's very important to have those type of spaces, you
And,
know,
you know,
and we doing it in art form.
it is, yo. Legendary Cyphers is a pure art form. It's great, man. And that's why I respect it too. You know, as a photographer, it's you know, I love all kinds of art, and I consider photography, you know, up there too. And
Yeah,
yeah, I hope people that are watching this right now go check out Legendary Cypher, because you guys should get more recognition. You know. Um,
yeah,
yeah, you know, one of my favorite times when I came out there was that Halloween night, and I think it was last year. It just happened to be on a Friday when the parade was going on, and Union Square was bumping. You know, you had people
yeah.
like with huge speakers, and everyone was just going crazy in costumes, and then I saw you guys there too. You know, you still doing your thing and all dressed up, and that was a great night.
Yeah, yeah, we're gonna do that same thing this Saturday. You know, this
Oh,
Saturday
cool.
we're gonna we have Friday and Saturday, so we're gonna have both of them. You know, back to back ciphers. You know, so it's gonna be fun. You know, I don't know how many people gonna be outside. I feel like it's gonna be packed, but who knows? Because
It
with this
should be a good
COVID
turnout.
situation,
It should be a good
who
turnout
knows?
too. Who knows? You know, I'll definitely be there. Maybe I don't know about this weekend because I do have some plans, but next weekend I already you know, set everything aside. If it's not raining or anything, I'm totally gonna be there. So
Yeah, because next month is the last month the ciphers. You know, we got like I think 4 weeks, I
Right,
believe.
right,
So
yeah. You know, I'm
yeah,
sorry
cause
that started so late. You know, unfortunately with this whole bullshit, but
oh yeah, nah, it's all good.
it out, which is good.
It's all good. You
Yeah.
know, as long as we doing it right. You
Hmm.
know, because that's all that really matters. As soon as we started, a lot of people came out, and the energy was crazy because it's been compressed in quarantine. You know, and then everybody that has come out has just been releasing
Yeah,
because that's something that we all needed. Like, yo, finally, you know, an event since you can't have indoor events, you can't have a full capacity of
I know,
people.
like fucking
You
kill
know,
me.
yeah, and but ours is outside, so it's like it could be a capacity of 1,000 people.
Right.
You know, um, but we also got to be safe. You know, the spectators usually are the ones with masks on. You know, the participants. You know, some of them have it. We tell them, but sometimes it's hard to hear. It's hard to hear, so
Right.
they take it off and then they rap and then they put it back on. You know, so we just gotta stay safe in this environment that we in right now.
It's true, man. Yeah, and I'm gonna come back out soon. It's gonna be a good time. Um,
Yes.
yeah,
I mean,
we were when it wasn't going on, people were deprived of Legendary Cypher, man. We need it in our lives, bro.
yeah, and it's free. That's just something
We
we
didn't
put out there big. Is like it's free. You don't have to pay. Like, you could just come out. Free
yeah,
entertainment.
nothing's better than
All
free.
we say exactly. All we say is like, yo, if y'all want to donate, y'all can. If y'all want to cop a shirt, buy a shirt, definitely do. Or if you took footage or anything, pictures, tag us.
Hell
You
yeah.
know, stuff like that.
All right, my man. Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate your time. And you
Yeah.
said a lot already, but is there any last words you'd like to say before you go?
Yeah, for anybody that's watching, all the people that's watching, definitely follow Legendary Cyphers. You know, Instagram, Legendary Cyphers 360,
Mhm.
Facebook, Legendary Cyphers, Twitter, Legendary Cypher, the S couldn't fit. Or you could Google Legendary Cyphers or check out our website, legendarycyphers.nyc. You know, look us up. If you find somebody you like that's dope, definitely follow them. We also got a Spotify playlist from all the MCs that have participated in the cipher. Check out their music because we also tell people that they're more than freestyle rappers. They are artists. They have a catalog of music. You know, just you could search up our playlist, Legendary Cyphers. You know, on Spotify if you have Spotify. You know, and definitely check us out.
And I'm also in the description. I'll attach those links as well as Miky's Instagram as well. You can follow him
Yeah.
there too. And all right, guys, this has been Actually Anything. Thank you for watching. Good night.